Highas and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Let's get right into affirmations for the inner child. We are starting a whole new beginning. Yesterday was August 31st, all about trust. Let's see what today is. September 1, rules. Oof. Just saying the words like a dagger in my heart. Yes, I'm quite the rebellious one over here. Cosmic Cat, meow. Cats don't live by rules. They live by their own energy and domain and what they feel, right? I can choose rules that enhance my life. Okay, I kind of like where this is going. I can choose rules that enhance my life. Feel free to write that down in your journal, to write it down as an affirmation if you feel some energy from that and you feel guided, so guided. As a child, others made rules for me. My teachers told me when to stand up, when to sit down, when to do my schoolwork. My parents told me when to sleep, what to eat, when to play. Today, I will carefully assess the rules that govern my life. If they fit, I can choose to keep them. If they do not, I can discard or modify them. I no longer have to obey my parents. I will create my own set of rules using this criteria. Does this rule or guideline enhance my life and enable me to be a more creative and fulfilled person? Let me repeat that. That was a very long question. Let me repeat that question in case you do want to write this down. You can also rewind or pause. Does this rule or guideline enhance my life and enable me to be a more creative and fulfilled person? I'm definitely going to keep this in mind. Or does it constrict my life and keep me bound to my past? Oof, oof, oof. Got a ding on that one. So these are good questions for us to ask ourselves. Is the rule or guideline that is new to you going to enhance your creative life? Or is it going to constrict your life and bound you to your past, creating an old karmic cycle that no longer serves you and you want to get out of? So this is raising awareness before you actually move forward with something. You're allowed to have silence. Silence is not bad. So it's important that people realize this. I'm saying this because someone needed to hear it. Someone needed to hear that it's okay if you take a few seconds, even a whole minute, even tell the person, hey, let me get back to you on this because you need to think something over. You don't have to immediately, in fact, it's not good to immediately react and respond to others when you're in a conversation, especially if it's a deep one. It's important for you to give time and space and energy to what is being discussed, especially if it's a tense conversation. Okay? Today I will discard rules from my past and choose guidelines with which I can feel comfortable. So this is like creating your own rules of your own life and standing by them. And also any external rules that come to you, evaluating them and making sure that this really how you want to live your life and the rules, the structure that you want to live by. Let's go ahead and pull some cards in reference to this. And boy, oh boy, Mystic Sisters deck was just staring right at me. So let's go ahead and pull a Mystic Sister to see who can help us with these rules and redefining how we take rules, how we look at rules. You were it. Metatrina. Allow yourself to look at this card and feel any energy that you may feel with Metatrina here. She is definitely content, very secure and confident in herself. Dressed for success, holding her own, ownership. She makes her own rules. You can tell this, okay? This is all about celebration and abundance. Metatrina is the Roman goddess of wine. traditionally celebrated when the grapes are harvested. She symbolizes health and longevity. And this is Virgo season. Virgos are all about health. So maybe perhaps you do want to check that birthday reading out. Wine is poured back into the earth out of gratitude for her abundance and as an offering for another successful harvest. Drawing this card is an indication that after a period of hard work and tremendous effort, a time of celebration has finally come. Focus on gratitude and realize the many gifts life has rewarded you with. It's also spiritually beneficial to give back as well. Be charitable. Participate in the cycle of good fortune, and good fortune will come your way. All right, so that is Medetrina in reference to rules and regulations. This is definitely someone that assesses rules and regulations that come to her. She knows how to manage her own rules and regulations. That she must abide by in her own day-to-day life. Yet when rules and regulations are placed on her, she's not going to just say, okay. She's going to ask questions and ensure that those rules are meant for her and that she's meant to abide by them. All right, let's pull a tarot card here. I don't know why, I just heard division. So rules, you feel divided from others when you're in the... So rules, okay, so there's a division that you feel when rules are placed upon you. All right. And here we have the Empress energy. So there's a need for you to nurture and love yourself. This could also mean that maybe you feel triggered by these rules. Your mom, you have a tense relationship with your mom in this aspect, or your guardian, your female guardian that looked after you, placed a lot of rules on you. For some of you, your mother actually really showed you and taught you. I'm feeling a vibe like Maya Angelou. She was like a really soul mother that taught you all of these things. I mean, you're looking right at her. So you might be wishing that she was still here with you to help you through something right now. And you know that she is still with you in a different space. And if you don't, Spirit is definitely affirming that she is still with you in your heart, and she is always with you. For those who don't know, she's been sending you messages. And I'm not sure if I get the information, the download as to how she's sending messages, I will let you know. If you've been getting chills lately for random reasons and you don't know why, this is her coming into your space, trying to share love and energy with you. So the present moment of what we have here, we have the Four of Bolts, which is the Four of Wands. And this is celebration. I mean, a lot of happiness has come, but it took a lot. It wore you out. Don't overdo yourself with these rules and regulations. People pleasing. Make sure that, again, before you commit to something with someone, it's peer pressure. Call upon Medetrina to help you with setting healthy boundaries with others who try to cross those boundaries continuously, because someone here is getting that energy. You do actually say no to events or to something, um, something that this is, whether it's travel or uh, uh, someone taking your energy. It's something that you've said no to with with someone that you have a relationship with. You've said no to, but they're not taking no for an answer, and it's frustrating you. And instead of being frustrated, Spirit's asking you to call upon Medetrina to help with the situation, and to step into this celebration mode. You're going to celebrate the fact that you're going to overcome this Five of Bears, which is Five of Pentacles energy. And it's, you may, hmm, hmm. Maybe you struggle with saying no, or you struggle with accepting help from others, but you're always willing to help others, but you're not ever willing to accept help from others. So what is this for you? Go deeper. You're being asked to go deeper with this information and energy. You're on the right track. And there is definitely some mother wounds to be healed here, to balance out, to honor yourself, honor your mother. It doesn't mean you have to be best friends with your mother if your mother wasn't kind or loving, but was quite opposite. I mean, you either live in love or you live in hate, which hate is also fear. Love is also compassion. So you either have the love, compassion, and understanding life that you lived with your mom, or you had the opposite: hatred, fear, anger, maybe even abuse. Regardless of maybe you had a mixture of both. Whatever is here, it's time for you to balance it out and call upon your internal. This is you right here as the mama. Someone's not wanting to repeat the same mistakes as their mom did with their children. They don't want to repeat that with theirs. And you won't, provided you do go within. You you set healthy boundaries. You stand by your boundaries. You don't have to allow yourself to be frustrated or upset. If you set a healthy boundary, boundaries are a form of self-respect. And so if you're setting a boundary with someone, you stand by it. So if you get frustrated, you've allowed someone to cross your boundary line. By not allowing someone to cross your boundary line is by you removing yourself from the situation. You can give a warning first, and then if after you've said what you've said, then there's nothing else that needs to be said. You can move on. And you know this. Rules and regulations. Rules. Maybe your mom was too strict with you, and you don't want to be as strict with you want to be more lenient, but now you're starting to see why your mom was that way. Regardless, this is all helping you transform into the true, authentic self that you are. And this was a big topic in the birthday reading today, if you'd like to check that out. And the happy part about all of this is that you have this amazing Four of Bolts here celebrating. This could also show travel is coming near to you. Traveling. So you're traveling, and think of all the rules there are for the plane. Now, rules in that aspect are rules that everyone must abide by, right? And at the same time, rules on traveling also change. It's like rules going to concerts. That also changes. You know, they say don't bring this, don't bring that, but then you see others out there with all these things, and you're like, well, I thought you weren't allowed to bring that. Well, I thought you weren't allowed to bring that. And you're like, dang, I really wish I would have brought mine, knowing that I see someone else brought theirs. So yeah, how important are rules? You would think rules are extremely important. I think a lot of this is your own rules. You setting rules, which is really basically your boundaries, setting healthy boundaries for yourself in your life with others, letting others know, you know, if you are uncomfortable about something, if you feel like someone is walking over you, like you're a doormat for someone, then it's time to have a conversation and express compassionately in a loving but stern way, having discernment, and speak with them and let them know that, like, you know, you're just not going to take that anymore. You're doing this. You're actually literally doing this right now with this card. I mean, this is about gaining stability. It's a paying off of what you have done. It's celebrating. In here, you're celebrating here, you're celebrating here. Here you're balanced really well. You have the storms, and you also have the sunlight, and the rainbow is right here in the middle. If rainbows have been really big for you the past couple of days, I would encourage you to check out the birthday reading for the 31st of August. Here you're surrounded by, so ancient Egypt could be significant for you, and the full moon. The next full moon, which is the harvest moon, could be very significant. You could have a lot of things surface for you. Spirit's telling me to make sure you have your notebook out and pen and paper. Maybe use your app on your phone to record yourself. You don't have to record a video if you don't want, but you can record your voice only. But whatever these ideas are, it's necessary for you to take notes on them, because you're going to have a lot coming to you during the harvest. It's time for you to harvest your ideas, your dreams, your goals, your career. Harvest what you've learned so far, and then plant seeds for your future. Plan for next year is what I'm hearing. This time next year, where do you hope to be? That's the message I have for you today. For those curious, the Four of Bolts is Till the Morning Comes song by the Grateful Dead, if you'd like to listen to that song and feel the vibe and the energy there. Blues of Allah is coming up for some reason. I don't know what it has. You may want to listen to that. Spirit says. Rules. Remember rules. And remember to ask yourself, does this rule enhance my life and enable me to be more creative and a fulfilled person? Or does it constrict my life and keep me bound to my past? Make sure you ask yourself that, and have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.